It's golden out here. I don't know where you're watching me from, whether you're from Japan or Great Britain or South Africa or South America. Hey, it's fun out here in Malibu, California. No wonder they shoot so many television movies here. You know, I want to talk about the G20 and the London meetings and this continued push towards globalization. I was watching this news footage, as you probably were, and it was very interesting. The mass demonstrators out on the street holding giant signs saying capitalism doesn't work, world currency, a new world economic system. One placard said capitalism is dead. And you know what? This is what most people don't understand. The same people that are financing those demonstrations in the streets around G20 in London are the same exact people that are putting together the one world economic system, the political leaders who are meeting inside the G20 meetings. Same people. So you have all these photo op sessions, President Obama embracing some Saudi Arabian prince and the Prime Minister of England and the head of China, and they're all smiling and grinning. Hey, look, bottom line, it's all scripted. Every word they say is scripted. They're reading from the same page. This is not a spontaneous meeting of nations. This is a pre-planned strategic agenda for a global government, but not just any global government. The game plan has always been World Socialist government. That's why the demonstrators on the streets are saying capitalism is dead. Now, how come the demonstrators on the street are saying capitalism is dead, and Newsweek magazine says we're all socialists now on the cover? In other words, the G20 leaders, the anarchists in the street in London, the cover of Newsweek, the corporate-controlled media are all saying the same thing. They're programming you. They're brainwashing you. They're using social engineering. They're using fear. Never waste a good crisis. They're all saying, let's never let a good crisis go to waste. That word didn't just come out of somebody's hat. That's their strategy, to use crisis. Rockefeller said we're just one crisis away from a new world order. So here's the gig, if you will. Number one, devalue the dollar. That's why I wrote my book, The Day the Dollar Died, which, by the way, documents all of this and exposes the hidden agenda, the planned destruction of the United States of America, and probably the planned destruction of your nation. Devalue the dollar. Kill it. The Day the Dollar Died, my book. Because once you kill the dollar, you don't have a currency that is more powerful than other currencies. All the nations want to stop investing in the American dollar because the American dollar has been the de facto world currency. But the secret agreement behind the scenes very clearly was made before Obama got there, was that we're going to get rid of the dollar as the de facto world currency, and only by devaluing the dollar can we equalize the playing field and create, that's the whole game plan, that's what this is all about. This is a giant theatrical production to move us into a one world economic system and a world currency. Perhaps as a transition phase, competing world currencies. But the goal here is a world currency. Now, Nobel Prize winners are saying it. Every time you look at Ambrose Pritchard's Evans, the famous British journalist, talked about in his op-ed piece in the Telegraph. He said conspiracy theories are going to have a conspiracy theorists are going to have a field day because this is about, these are his words, this is about a new global economic system and a world currency. That's repeated in all of the press. World currency, world currency. We need a new world economic order. Take out the words economic, we need a new world order. This has been in the works for a long time, going back to the League of Nations in 1919 and before. H.G. Wells, the Fabian Socialists, the dream, and this is their words again, the dream of a one world socialist government. Now you may say, why do these capitalists, why do these international bankers want a socialist government? Why are they bankrolling, Paul, why are they bankrolling demonstrations where they're saying capitalism is dead? Aren't these guys capitalists? Yeah, they are capitalists, but they're shrewd capitalists. They understand that the most effective way to squeeze the juice out of a lemon, to get productivity from you, is to use the bait of socialism. You see, socialism is the bait. Big brother comes to you and says, hey, don't worry about anything. We're going to take care of your mortgage, your house, your medical. You don't have to worry about a thing. That's socialism. But there's always, when you throw out the bait, there's always a hook. The hook is total control, total lockdown. Look at the European Union Constitution. They don't have complete freedom of speech. German stormtroopers smashing through the doors of Christian homeschooling families, strip-searching naked Christian moms, seizing their Christian children and putting them in secret psychiatric hospitals where their parents couldn't find them. And the German Christians being as naive as the American Christians, and the American Christians should know better because Germany has already happened. The handwriting's on the wall. I have interviewed the top homeschooling attorneys and leaders in America. The top ones. Out of politeness, I won't mention their names. They're Christians. I love them. I respect them. I appreciate what homeschoolers are doing. But they're making a fatal mistake. And fatal mistakes will destroy you. There is a naivety in their approach. They are making the assumption, and it is a faulty assumption, that there's going to be a U.S. Constitution to appeal to. Look, get it straight. Constitutional Convention, is the death of the U.S. Constitution so that a global Constitution can come into place. Go to my website, paulmcguire.com. Read my book, The Day the Dollar Died. This is Paul McGuire saying, be educated and informed. Don't despair. Take the land.